We get Koilos, play it for free. Bounce Karn. Yep. Play Karn. -2. Grab a Koilos. Play Koilos. Bounce. Here is the Affinity Combo deck I made. Made it a while back. I've tweaked it here and there, but I play this in Historic, and this is a. You can do a best of 1, or you could do best of 3. It honestly does not matter because you don't change your sideboard whatsoever due to playing Karn. So we'll just quickly go through the deck and we'll go from there. So you're playing. The whole point of the deck is to get out Tezzeret and have affinity for creatures and planeswalkers, and then also get out Ugin, so your color spells cost 2 less as well, which stack upon the Tezzeret. So if you have 2 Fountain of Renewals and then you have an Ugin out, your Karns will cost 0. They will be free. And then your Ugin allows your other artifacts to become cheap as well. So if you have Ugin out, your Mind Stone is free, your Maze Tome or Maze Mind Tome is free, your Cold Steel Heart is free, and your other 3 drops only cost 1. So that's what the deck is about, is just to reduce the cost of everything. That's why it's called Affinity. So we're playing all of our artifacts. Fountain of Renewal is our turn 1 play. It helps sustain our life for aggro, because as you can see, we are only running 2 creatures, and this is a 10 cost. So, but we can get this down to like a 2 drop. We can actually play this for free. So we are only playing that creature in the main board, I should say. So we play Fountain of Renewal. That way we can have some sustainability with life gain, and then mid-late game, if we need to be drawing cards, or if we seem to get hit in a land pocket, then we can sack it and draw a card. So it's great value on both sides. We're playing 3 Cold Steel Heart, and we play this so we can have access to other color mana. There's only one other color mana that we need in this deck. This deck is solely based around, or mostly based around blue-black, Dimir colors. But we play this for white. Every chance we get, we always play it for white. We have enough mana to do the blue-black for when we need it. We always play this for white, and I'll explain it why later. Maze Mind Tome is a good 2-drop that allows us to scry 1, and it also allows us to draw and then gain life. Mind Stone is great ramp, and I hardly ever sack this to draw, to be honest, only for the fact that I want to keep it there as part of my affinity cost. Plus it gets me my mana that I need to get everything else as well. Chromatic Lantern is also in there to substitute for the white that we will need later. If anything, it's just another mana rock that we can use, and it gets all of our lands to whatever colors we need. Power Stone Shard, one of the best mana rocks probably in Historic right now, for the fact that the more you have out, the more these tap for mana. So if you have 2 out, they each tap for 2, that's 4 mana off of 2 rocks. You have 3, they each tap for 3, that's 9. You have 4, 8, 12, 16, yeah, there we go, math. Then you got 16 mana if you get a play set out. I usually have 2 of these out on average. It's rare if I get 3. I have not seen 4, because you don't usually get that far in the game. But you do usually see a 1, and then you could draw into your second usually. Replicating Ring is another low cost mana rock that we use, which this has never gotten to the point where it's had 8 counters on it and then procced. So again, it's just another way that we can add 1 mana of any color in case we don't have Cold Steel Heart, or if we don't have Chromatic Lantern. Tezzeret the Schemer, also the +1 ability, we mostly use him for mana, and the mana he produces is a artifact. So again, that feeds into our affinity aspect. I have not had to -2. I have not had to -7, but it's good to know that they're there. But it's just a 1 of Tezzeret that can give us whatever mana color we need, which would be the white, again if we don't have our other options for it. But either way, it still adds to the affinity aspect of it. Karn, Scion of Urza allows us to draw through our deck, not draw, but look at the top 2 cards of our deck, and our opponent chooses one of them, and we get the other. For the most part, you get a land, but you're kind of going through your deck, so that helps. Plus, you can -2 to create a Karn Construct, which, again, with all the artifacts you're playing, tends to be really, really big and is a great blocker. So that's why we have Scion of Urza. Karn the Great Creator. We're going to come back to this. Tezzeret Artifice Master. Um, Being able to create a 1/1 color stopper is great for flying blockers. Plus, again, it adds to our affinity aspect that we're going for with the deck. The 0 ability is really good because you're just for 0 you're drawing 2 cards because you have so many artifacts in the deck. So if you need the blocker, you can use the blocker, or if you want to draw some cards, you can do that also. I have not gotten him to -9. That's not what we have him in here for. Tezzeret, again, mostly in here for the affinity aspect, but also for the +2. The +2 is backbreaking. Going from 9 to 20 health because you have 11 artifacts out in the field is just it turns the game 100%. The +2 is really good. I haven't had to -8, and I rarely ever -3. Ugin is in here also for the mana reduction for our artifacts, or actually, I should say, our colorless spells. Plus, he creates a blocker, which is creating a 2/2 colorless spirit, and then we get to draw the card. So, if anything, I hardly ever attack with these, and I usually use them for blockers as well. And he also has the -3, which comes in handy quite a bit. 2 Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Not much needs to be said about this card. It wins games, period. It's the board wipe that we need in the game. It's the bolt that we need for the face, and I haven't ulted, so I don't have to worry about it, you know. But if I get to the chance, I would ult 100%. Ulamog. Usually, if Ulamog hits the board, it's GG right there. They usually scoop at that point because you're exiling 2 permanents off the cast trigger alone. So when I cast this, I don't care if it gets countered. I'm still going to exile 2 permanents. That's one of the best things about this card. If it does stick and hit the board, it is then a 10/10 indestructible that exiles the top 20 cards every time it attacks. So it's multiple threats in one card, and in this deck, it definitely costs less than 10. We're running our basic lands here. 4/3, 4 pathways, 4 drowned catacombs, and 4 watery graves. And the land base is 19 lands. So you can kind of, if you wanted to bring it up, you can bring it up more, but you have so many mana rocks and ways to develop your mana, you don't need as much. If you want to put in one more, cool. Now, the most important part of the deck, I would say, is the sideboard, which is where Karn the Great Creator comes in. We don't worry about too much about the activated abilities, the static effect that Karn the Great Creator has. If they have artifacts and we have Karn out, then great. They can't activate them, cool. The +1 we're not doing until we get certain cards out. But the -2 is where this combo comes into play. You may reveal an artifact card you own from outside the game, or choose a face-up artifact card you own in exile, and put it into your hand. So, we usually want to be able to get this Karn out when we can play it for free. So, let's say we have a Fountain of Renewal, a Mind Stone, a Replicating Ring, and a Cold Steel Heart. So, we got 4, plus we have Tezzeret. We need Tezzeret out for this as well. That means Karn costs 0. So we play Karn, we -2 Karn, we go into our sideboard, and we grab Guardians of Koilos. When Guardians of Koilos enters the battlefield, you may return another target historic permanent card you control to its owner's hand. Historic means artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. Those are considered historic. So, Planeswalkers are legendary, and then Koilos is an artifact itself, but that's neither here or there for this combo. So we grab Koilos, we play Koilos. Since this costs 4, we might have to pay 1 for Koilos, but then we have 5 for the affinity aspect of it. Creature and planeswalker spells have affinity for artifacts. So then, once we play our first Koilos, we bounce Karn to our hand. We play Karn for free. We -2, grab a Koilos, play the Koilos for free this time since the other Koilos made 5 artifacts. And then we rinse and repeat until we have all 4 Koilos out on the field. And then our last grab that we get, after we get the 4th one, we grab Meteor Golem. And what Meteor Golem does is for 7, by that time you're going to have 4 Koilos out, plus the initial 4 that you had of artifacts, so you're going to have 8. So Meteor Golem is going to cost 0. And it's going to destroy a target non-land permanent and opponent controls when it enters the battlefield. And it's a 3/3 blocker at that point. So within one turn, you've now put 5 creatures on the battlefield, total of 4, 8, 12, 16, 19 power on the field. Unless they have a board wipe, I mean, it's pretty much done. And that doesn't even include that after you Meteor Golem, after putting all the Koilos down, you then +2. And you drain them. You gain all that life. It's just one thing after another, after another, after another. Blow up a permanent, drain them for how much, gain the life, and then boom, you go from there. So that is how the combo works. Now, if for some reason that they haven't scooped, or they haven't done anything else, or they even board wiped, and you still got your Karn out, you go ahead and -2, and you grab Parhelion. Now, Parhelion is an artifact, but affinity only works for colorless or generic mana. So we still have to pay the 2 white, if I remember right. And so that's why we have our Cold Steel Heart that we put at white, Chromatic Lantern, Replicating Ring, and then we have Tezzeret to make sure that we have that white. Now, once you play Parhelion, all you do is you plus Karn until your next turn up to 1 target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness equal to its mana value. So you plus on the Parhelion and it becomes an 8/8 flying first strike vigilance. Like it's ridiculous. So you have that option as well. If you want, you can -2 to grab a GPS instead, which is God Pharaoh's Statue. Spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more to cast, and at the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses 1 life. So, and that also gets to be played for free. So putting that on the battlefield at the end of your turn, and then passing pings them for 1, and now they have to have the mana to cast anything with 2 extra. We have 3 more Meteor Golems in case we need to blow up any other permanents, and we also run a Chromatic Ori. That way we can +1 on the Chromatic Ori and swing for 7. So that is the deck, and it's super fun. It's a lot of people don't see it coming. They don't see the Karn Great Creator combo with Koilos coming by any means. So it runs away really, really fast. But yeah, that's the deck tech, and I'll have some games posted up with this video as well. So thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the games. So that is the deck. Let's get into some gameplay. Okay, this is good. We can keep this. Excuse me. we better be quick. We better be super quick. I'm playing against elves here. Is it druid? Arch druid? Swing for 1. Just swing for 1. That'd be so much better. Okay. Good. I don't feel too bad. Good. As long as it wasn't arch druid. And we'll play Mind Stone. Drown Catacomb, Mind Stone. And then, let's see, we can play land. Play out a Power Shard. And then tap the Power Shard into land to put out Cold Steel Heart. We're going to be taking a lot of damage next turn. Do this. Play this. Play this for white. For Parhelion, just in case. We're good on our blue-black, so... yeah. Most of the... 9 damage. So what do we got? 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we can play a power shard, tapping 1, 2, 3, and then we can tap a power shard for 2, tap the other power shard for 2, so that'd be 4, 5, 6, 7. So then we could play the replicating ring and Karn and create a Karn struct. But do we survive? I don't think we survived the Karn struct, even with the Karn struct. Nope. They came out quick. I mean, that's what elves does. That's what it do, Yugi! I play Pot of Greed! Oh my god, that video is so hilarious. Interesting deck. Yeah, I like it. It's real fun. We'll see if we can get it where... Ooh, ah. That is some expensive cards in the hand. That's better. Get rid of one Ugin. Play this blue that we can get out Fountain of Renewal. We'll probably, most likely going to sack this once we get to 3 to draw a card. Another aggro. Ugh, it's not good. Can't be blocked, right? Yeah, can't be blocked. Okay. Ow. Gain the 1. Oh, I should have put out ring. 1 ring to rule them all, right? That's what I should have done. I should make an altar of this and have it be the 1 ring. Can't be blocked. And the battlefield, return a creature you control to its owner's hand. Okay. Okay. There is that. Can't be blocked. We can't put the Karn out right now. There's no point. So we'll put the ring out. 3, 4, 5. If we could top deck a land, we'll be good for Tezzeret. His +2 is just really good as well. Oh, they have 3 blue open. I feel like I think I gotta bait this Tezzeret out. That way we can make sure that they don't have anything.
It is the ideal subordinate.
Okay, so I wonder if they'll play the Jinn. Sure, I mean I couldn't block anyway, so that's fine. Is that a 4-drop? It is, okay. Ooh, they're gonna let Tezzeret go. Gain 1. That fountain doing work! Let's see, should I just draw? No, we'll make another Thopter. Yep. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, we gotta... I think we're there. Yes, we got 5. Let's go! Let's go! So we minus Karn. We get Koilos. Play it for free. Bounce Karn. Yep. Play Karn. -2. Grab a Koilos. Play Koilos. Bounce Karn. -2. Grab Koilos. Play Koilos. Bounce Karn. Play Karn. It's so disgusting. It's disgusting. And then we're gonna gain a bunch of life with Tezzeret. Ooh, yeah. And then we get Meteor Golem. Let's blow this thing up. Get out of here. We play Ugin for free. We play Mind Stone for free. We plus. Let's go! Look at that, we're 16. We. Oh my Lanta. That's how it goes. God, if this was EDH and they played Psychonic Rift, bleh. Sure. So you're gonna kill Karn? Maybe Ugin? Maybe Eugene dies? Yep. That's fine. Boop boop. Yep. GG. Nice. Nice. Well, we're gonna call it a night there. Next time I stream, I'll see if I have any other decks, or y'all can either go to my YouTube or I think I have my Instagram and my TikTok linked, but you could DM me like a deck you'd want to see, and if I have the cards for it, I'll build it and then play it. So yeah, there's some fun games there. I'm glad we made Mythic, like I said. Like that's like out of the way. So in 4 days we shouldn't drop down to 0%. So we'll be getting 5 packs, 1,000 gold, and 2 card styles. So that's sick. And let me know if y'all are willing or wanting me to do like a full stream from, because I think once it resets, once the ladder resets, that I think I go into gold. I'm almost positive that I go into gold, probably like gold tier 1 or something. But if y'all want me to do one full stream from wherever I'm at until I hit Mythic, let me know. I might be down to do that. So, all right, I appreciate y'all for coming by, and next time, I'll see you next time. Peace.